I'm in Phoenix Park, which is apparently the biggest park within a city in Europe. It's like huge. It's 11 kilometers long, I think. Okay, so when I arrived in Dublin, I didn't have a coat. I used to have one, but I didn't bring it to Dublin. So I was really cold because it's not very warm here. It's warmer today. It's 20 degrees, I think, but in general it's not very warm. I started looking for coats online and in shops, but I didn't find much. And the few things that I found were like delivery things, and I can't get things delivered to my house. So I found a shop which sold this coat, but I had to collect it somewhere 10 kilometers away from where I live. So the other day I left in like the middle of the afternoon and I took the bus, but the thing is you can only pay with cash in buses here, and I only had enough cash for one bus ride. So I knew that I was going to have to either walk 10 kilometers to the shop or walk back home, because the thing is also my charger broke the day before I went to the shop, so I didn't have any phone to use basically because it was out of charge. The bus came really late. Like by the time I was on the bus, I think it was 6 p.m. and there was traffic jam inside the city centre of Dublin, so it ended up taking us 2 hours to go to that place. So then I picked up the coat and I started walking back, but I didn't have my phone and I didn't have money and I didn't really know where I was going. And because the sun was setting, I couldn't really tell where was like east and north, and I was walking, but I didn't know where I was going. And yeah, it was quite stressful, but I made it home in the end. I love painting. I love painting for so many different reasons, but one of the things that I love most about painting is contrast. Contrast in terms of value, for example, light and darkness, but also contrast in terms of color. For example, green goes really well with red or yellow with blue, and I love playing with contrast when I paint. I haven't painted much recently, but I'm going to do it again. And this is why I really wanted my new coat to be red, because most of the time when I film things I'm in nature, and when I'm outside
if I'm wearing a really dark blue or black jacket, you can't really see me, but if I'm wearing a red jacket, then it's a lot more beautiful and it stands out. So I was thinking about contrast this week and the past few weeks, not just contrast in terms of colors and values, but also just in general. For example, the concept of day wouldn't exist if the sun never set, and we wouldn't be looking forward to the warmth of the summer if we didn't have to go through the cold season first. So yeah, it made me think about 2024 in general, and I know the year isn't over yet, but it was a really tough one, and I struggled so much, especially when I was in Edinburgh, but also this summer, and it makes me appreciate these last few weeks so much more, because I've been so happy, and it's not just about being happy, but also just being peaceful and perfectly content with where I'm at and just everything in general. I watched a video the other day about creativity and the importance of creating things even if they're not perfect. And the person even said that not being perfect is actually the thing that makes it perfect in a way, because it makes it meaningful and personal. And I think that's really interesting and true. And once you start to understand that the only thing that truly matters is whether or not you like what you create and whether or not you're passionate about it, it just makes creating something so much easier, because there's only love. It reminds me of a video I watched this summer about someone that said, what if there was just love and nothing else? No greed, no hate, and we just loved each other and loved creating things together. And that's exactly what my videos are about. It's about me loving things and then sharing it with other people, hoping that they will love it too. I think this ferry is going to Holyhead in Wales, so it's going to the other